In the first part, you just had to define what a transitive verb was. Jane, can you tell me what a transitive verb is?
It's a verb that expresses an action that is directly exerted on a person or thing.
Okay, very good. It exerts an action that represents an action that's directly exerted on a person or thing. Good.
So would it be like something that affects its immediate environment?
Yes.
Okay.
That's true. That's true.
Okay.
How about an intransitive verb? Dylan.
A verb that expresses an action that isn't directly exerted on a person or thing.
Okay, can you give me an example?
Or an intransitive verb?
Yeah.
We're walking.
Okay. Or for instance, maybe the bee was
On the
flying.
beach.
That'd be an example. Okay. Can you read sentence number 1 out loud and then tell us?
Use it, or like just us two. I don't think we're not to use it.
You just need to use the computers? Yeah, that's fine. Can you read the sentence out loud and then tell us whether it's transitive or intransitive? Jason, number 1.
Number 1, the soldiers were walking on the beach, intransitive in its motion.
Okay, so the soldiers were walking on the beach, intransitive, and the reason or the category it falls into is that it's expressing motion. We have a couple different categories for intransitive verbs, and we have some that don't fall into any category. Hannah, number 2.
I was wandering in the woods and it's intransitive.
Okay, I was wandering in the woods is intransitive. Does it fall into any of our categories?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which one?
A verb expressing motion.
Good, it's a verb expressing motion. Daniel, number 3.
The teacher pondered the question. Transitive.
The teacher pondered the question is transitive. That's correct because it has the absolute value, the direct object of question. Okay, number 4, Jordan.
These children love their dog. Is transitive.
That's good. These children love their dog is transitive. Number 5. Yeah.
What is used absolutely?
Used absolutely means that it could have a direct object if it wanted to. It just doesn't. Something, for instance, like the example in your book was she was writing. Well, it could have a direct object like she was writing a book, but in that sentence it doesn't.
Or last night they were drinking.
Last night they were drinking.
So if they
milk.
if they have just a direct object, then they're just transitive.
Right. The transitive used absolutely means they don't have a direct object, but they could if they really wanted to.
Okay, that's good.
So you could tack one on there.
You could, and it would make sense. Okay, Brogan, number 5.
He seemed strange, and it's intransitive.
It's intransitive, and does it fall into one of our categories?
Used absolutely.
No,
Okay.
it's a linking verb or a copulative.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Kristen, number 6.
Will she become president? It's intransitive and a linking verb.
Good. Intransitive linking verb. Will she become president? Number 7, Matthew.
That day, the sky was very blue. Intransitive.
That day the sky was very blue. That's intransitive, and does it fall into one of our categories?
Yeah.
It's a linking verb, also called copulative. Cole, number 8.
She is a doctor. That's transitive.
No?
No.
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 Is there an action going on in that sentence?
It's just.
There is not, but I replaced is with kick, like you said.
Oh,
And she
yeah.
kicks a doctor. She kick a doctor. She kicks a
Yeah,
doctor.
okay, well, it doesn't work.
Okay.
The one with the puppy
It
dog.
has to,
So when you replace
it's
it
just
with
a state of
the children pick
being.
it.
Oh, that's horrible.
Verb sometimes subject.
So mean.
That's correct. So what Seth said is true. So it's a linking verb. It's intransitive. It's a linking verb. Seth, would you do the next one, please? Just so we don't just-
Which number is it?
It is number...
9.
Yes.
It's transitive and used absolutely.
What's the sentence
The
say?
men were fighting.
I'm going to say...
Well, the men were fighting bears. That could work.
Okay, that would work. That would work. So perhaps it is transitive. It could be transitive.
What?
Bears. Or the men were fighting each other. Or the men were fighting the other army. So yeah, I'll go with that. I'll say transitive used absolutely. So I'm okay with that. If you put intransitive, I'd be okay with that too.
Because it had the were.
How do you say bear in Latin?
Ursus for
Oh.
a male bear and Ursa for a female bear.
I
We
so
learned
knew
that,
that.
on that little
Animal
Yeah.
farm.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Cole,
we
you should have
did.
known that.
That's
I
right.
forgot about that.
On the Before You Know It with the animals.
Yeah, just like we learned about deer.
And what's deer?
Cara.
You're close.
I
Cow
like
was
cow.
RVUS. What's cow?
Waka.
Waka. Okay, Chelsea.
like Gonzo.
I like
Yes.
Waka waka waka.
Chelsea, number 2.
Transitive?
Oh no, that was
We work too much?
Yeah, I was confused by that. A work is a official verb.
Yeah, but I'm going to say it's intransitive.
Well,
Yay.
Because you don't work something. I mean, you
You
can.
can work the land.
You can. But I would say it's mostly intransitive. Okay, Chip, number 11. Ooh, y'all are endangering your fun activity.
You knew too much, and it's just intransitive. I'm not even gonna say that's transitive.
I'm going to say that's transitive used absolutely because you can know something.
But no, it's
I
no, it's
know.
not.
I don't
I
think
knew
I know
absolutely.
That's why I said I don't want y'all to stress out too much about these because it's just not really.
It's
that important.
confusing.
It is. It is confusing. Okay. Number 12. Jane.
They feared. I put transitive and used absolutely.
Yeah, that one's correct, and that one's easy to see because they feared the bear.
Something.
Yeah, the bear keeps showing up here. Number 13, Hannah.
Last night they were drinking. It's transitive, and it's used absolutely.
Right. And number 14, Dylan.
We were not able to present the students with prizes. That's intransitive, and it's a linking verb.
It's intransitive, but I don't think it falls into any of our categories. It's just plain old intransitive. Okay, and number 15, Daniel.
They came to dinner, intransitive and calculative.
No, I think I'm going to say that one expresses motion. And number 16,
Transitive.
can you read the sentence?
Caesar pointed out the mistakes in Pompey. Is that
Pompey.
Pompey's plan? That's transitive.
That's transitive. That's
And so
correct.
does that.
Okay, I'm not going to go over part C today. We'll go over that later. So we're done with the recording. And give me just a minute and I will get set up for our fun activity.
Are we going to the parade?
We're not. We don't get to go.